Hello TCG and Lorcana enthusiasts, and welcome to the second box opening video, where the first one we opened up the first set, the second one we are opening up the second set. Yes, Rise of the Floodborn. I also got this from my local gaming store the same time I got the first set, so it's nice to have both these sets and to start up my collection. So anyways, without further ado, let's get into the packs of this box here. So once again, we have 3 sections of this box. Of course, we're going to hope to pull some good legendaries from here. I'm looking to get my hands on the Steel Beast. I think that's currently like the most expensive card from Rise of the Floodborn. But nonetheless, we will have to see here as we begin cracking open packs. So once again, we got the little code card here. The code card from the first set makes Mickey the Tailor. This one makes Minnie Mouse the Diver. The abusable card from Ruby, I think, just needs a few more cards in it to break it. So we got Nothing to Hide. I'm on the fence of this card. I think this is an interesting card, especially because it's one of those action cards that can let you draw a card. But until we can get something that can start ripping Pacific cards out of our opponent's hand, this is not good, but I could definitely see that coming down on the line. Edora, Kuzma, What Did You Call Me, Improvise, Benja, the new way to knock out items in the game. The Beast from the first set is not bad, but this is just a much better card. Snow White, 4 Dozen Eggs, Sword in the Stone, Goofy, Prince John, the card you need for all your good hand control variety decks. And then we got Cogsworth, a shiny Cogsworth. So it looks like from the first box, every pack will have a holo version of a card. And I believe almost every section should also have at least a legendary. That's what I got from the first set side of things, so we'll just have to see. We got Cruella de Vil in her nice car. Piglet, Winnie the Pooh. Talk about very nice combo there. Minnie Mouse, Hypnotize, Donald Duck. Donald Duck actually has Minnie in the background of his card art there as well. Pacha, Tiana, Cogsworth, Madam Him, Arthur, and then a holo Winnie the Pooh. Now I will say this is also, while being a very interesting set for what it brings, like the bounce mechanic, the resist mechanic, the hand control strategy out of Emerald. It also does start the power creep fear that I hope does not continue in each consecutive set of Lorcana, because if we're going to see power creep from each set, I don't know how long I'm going to stay in it, or how long people are going to stay in it. If the game by like turn 3 is over, that's not what Lorcana should be. Lorcana should at least last like longer than a Yu-Gi-Oh match in some aspects. Lanook, Snow White, Elsa, Lady Tremaine, Marina, Jafar, Doc, Madam Him, Queen of Hearts, which I also call the Red Queen, but it's Queen of Hearts, Prince Charming, Snow White, and then Ray, a very good evasive card. Anyways, that is our holo. The Winnie the Pooh is also very good for all your Sapphire strategies as well. Just another card to begin the ramping. Jasmine, Mulan, Chip the Teacup, Mulan, Arthur, Last Cannon, Li Shang. He's shirtless, man. He's shirtless. Got to show off them that great body. Donald Duck, just an amazing card. Allow you to draw a card. Yes, it gives your opponent a draw, but still very good draw card. Merlin the Goat, the bounce. Staple Merlin himself. King Louis, Basil, and then a shiny Gaston. That's at Singer 5. I haven't seen many decks utilize this just yet, but again, another Singer 5 for song control strategies or future song control strategies is very good. We got another pack here, another one. We're hardly done. We're hardly done. We got Rabbit. It's a little sad that all the Winnie the Pooh characters right now are spread over 4 colors. Amethyst, Sapphire, Amber, and Ruby. So it's going to be a little hard to like make a pure Winnie the Pooh strategy. So it's going to be interesting. Just what if characters will get reprinted in different colors. Piglet, Merlin, the only Merlin I don't think I've ever seen actually used just yet. I think even the crab is right now being used in some decks. Buon, Arthur, Hercules, the Caterpillar, for some odd reason, 3-drop, 3-questing Caterpillar at 1/3. Last Stand, the new Minnie Mouse, the Surfer one that has Evasive. The Huntsman, Ratigan's Marvelous Trap, and then a Hollow Donald Duck. I do not believe we have found a legendary yet. I was, of course, not looking at the bottom of these cards to see whether or not we have one. Let me just quickly scan through them. Yes, we did have a legendary so far. We do. Snow White is a legendary. Hey, look at me, forgetting to make sure I check my check the symbols, make sure we are hitting, those all important legendaries, just so we can show them off. I don't think we have a holo legendary yet. No, we do not have a holo legendary, but we do have a legendary in Snow White. This is very good, by the way. You could just return a character back to your hand whenever she quests, and with a 3/5 body with questing for 2, this is actually really good for like a Psycho deck, especially with like mixing that in with like the Hades and stuff. So very good nonetheless. All right, so we did get a legendary in the first third of the box. So we'll have to kind of see if we pull another one in the first third, or if we get one legendary per each third of the box. We got Owl, Sneezy, the Fairy Godmother, Lady Tremaine, Gaston, the second Magic Broom ever printed, the Steel variety, Lawrence, Bucky. Again, this also starts the whole Rise of the Floodborn thing, where we get like Floodborn characters. I don't think we have pulled one, where like this black border right here states Floodborn, so these characters can interact with it. We just do not have a lot of like generic Floodborn characters, even in a set. Even the set Rise of the Floodborn doesn't have a lot of Floodborn characters. Bashful, Winnie the Pooh, the Queen, and which is interesting. I really want to try a deck strategy where she just self-burns you by discarding your stuff, so that you gain the lore off it. I think it'd be really cool. I'm sure I want to play like an Amethyst Emerald variety. I'd have to play around with it. I know Phone Tick, a guy I really enjoy for his deck profiles. I know he has one. I have to check it out. And we got a Hollow Peter Pan Shadow. Giving all your rush guys evasive is very, very good. It just protects all your stuff and gives you a different strategy for protecting those characters like Rafiki, like Zeus from the first set, or even anyone else who has rush on them. We got the Gumbo Pot, Sleepy, Legend of the Sword in the Stone, Rhea, Enchantress, Tiana, Cruella de Vil, Yzma, Queen of Hearts, the one that you can combine with, I forget the tiger from Jungle Book, where he gains a lore for every time you quest, challenge a character, and she draws you a card every time you challenge a character. The World's Greatest Criminal, a very good card for song control. The one and only Sorcerer's Spellbook, the card that is now win more in many strategies. Just play that down. You need one more lore. Dries, just use it and gain a lore. And then we got the Merlin Lobsterman, or Crab. I don't know why I call him a lobster. He looks like a lobster. But anyways, we got a crab there. For the final pack of the first third of the box, we have Popsicle, the new best draw engine around. We haven't seen the card that banishes it so you can draw 2, but nonetheless, very good card. Painting Roses Red, Merlin, Crabman, Baloo, Ray, Cinderella. Her Resist Cinderella is very good. Robin Hood, Cheshire Cat, the Blue Fairy, Tuk Tuk. Blue Fairy is also pretty good as well. Whenever you play a Floodborn character, you may draw a card. Again, we don't have a lot of Floodborn characters, but that one's pretty nice. Look at that. Oh, look, we pulled both Cinderellas. We pulled the little Cinderella that draw 1, discard 1. And we pulled the big shift Cinderella that is resist 2. And whenever you play a song, this character may challenge rated characters. And then we have a Hollow Baloo. All right, folks. So I checked our card selection there. We don't have any more legendaries from that, so we did pull one legendary for the first third of the box. Let's see what legendary we could pull for the second third of the box. We got Owl, Hold Still, Fairy Godmother. I still think the Fairy Godmother line is a very, very interesting line altogether. I think it has its uses. What'd You Call Me, Gaston, Charge. This is actually pretty nice. I mean, it gives resist 2 to something on the board and gives challenger 2. It's okay. Fang Crossbow, Card Soldiers, House Armor. We got the Madam Him, the Fox. This is the best bounce card in my opinion. The Hyper Aggression deck is using this because what you do is you would quest with Pinocchio to gain the 3 lore, and then you after that turn, you bring out Madam Him's Fox and spin back the Pinocchio in the hand to protect it. Ratigan, and then not the Pinocchio I was talking about, but a hollow Pinocchio. I'm not sure what the rarity the 3 questing 2 cost Pinocchio is, but my gosh, that was a power creep card if I ever saw one. Does not need to exist in any capacity. We got Rabbit, Sneezy, Jiminy Cricket, Bound, Verinia, Tiana, Belle, Nick Wow, who allows you to get back your popsicles, Pinocchio, Kronk, Peter Pan Shadow, and then a hollow Kuzma. We got Cruella de Vil, Sleepy, Merlin, Go the Distance, Ratigan, Last Cannon, Nana, You Can Fly, which basically gives all your guys evasive at the start of your next turn. Ili La Bouffe, Cora Bubbles. We got a second legendary here in Namari. I think this card is very, very good for its ability where it can challenge readied characters. So basically, in essence, if your opponent puts out a little guy, you can challenge it, especially if they don't read her card text. And then she can go into bodyguard mode. And because she is a bodyguard, you can put her in 3 Musketeers, the Musketeers-like bodyguard deck, because then if she happens to die while you have the Talbot up, you can then draw a card off that. So that is really, really good. Not mentioning now with like Snow White, where you can cycle her back into your hand. So really cool. We also have a hollow of the new queen. This queen is definitely something else. Her 1-drop queen is very good. You go 1-drop queen, then you shift over into this queen, and then when she quests, she gains 2 lore for basically, in essence, a shift cost of 2. So in essence, by turn 2, you're making this, if you see it. Then she can give one of your guys +4 and one of your opponent's guys -4. So overall, just very good card indeed. Now, if you're of course looking to get into Rise of the Floodborn, booster boxes online are going for good prices, but be cautious. I highly recommend buying booster boxes from your local gaming store or local gaming store period, because the fact is, again, like set 1, they're kind of just rip tabs there. So it's so easy to just rip them open, take out the good packs, and then just put in like bad packs for multiple boxes. So just be cautious of that. If you're going to buy it, I would buy like maybe a box from your local gaming store and then buy everything else online. 100% it is cheaper to buy singles. But if you have a local gaming store and you want to support them, I highly, highly recommend supporting your local gaming store first, then going online to support other people. Your local gaming store needs your money more than other people do. My opinion, always support your local gaming store because they're the place that is for you to play. Gumbo Pot, there's the queen that you would shift over for this queen. 1 cost 2/2 body. Chip the Teacup, Baloo, Improvise, Donald Duck, Bounce. A very good green card. I think it's very good. I just don't know how broken it is just yet, but very good. Pinocchio, Dopey, Pack Tactics. Again, another Mickey Mouse is actually pretty good because whenever this character quests, you can pay 3 less for the next character you play for that turn. So nonetheless, very good. And then a hollow Queen of Hearts that for some other reason I always called the Red Queen. All right, so last box gave us 5 hollows. 2 Belle, 1 Hollowed, 1 Rapunzel, 1 Hades, and then 1 Stitch Surfer. So let's see if we can get 5 from here. We got Basil, we got Rapunzel, a very good Rapunzel. Then you can shift over with the other Rapunzel as well to get the draw. Dr. Facilier, Fidget, Panic, very good if you can get Pain. Pain wants to be support. Panic wants to support Pain. Prince Naveen, Gaston, Sendine Can, Mother Gothel, Sleepy Flute. I believe this is a very good card. Not many decks are playing it, but whenever you play a song, you can just gain a lore, so for free, just by singing songs, which normally you want to do in decks like a song control deck. If you have the ability, I would use this card highly. Dinner Bell, which in my opinion, killing off one of your guys that has a high amount of damage on it to just draw free cards on it is not horrible. And then a Hollow, Nothing to Hide. All right, so we only have 2 more packs left in the second third of the box. We got James. He's just Mother. He's basically Grandma Tala, but on a 4-cost body and a 3/3. So, and quest for 2. So he quests for a little bit more and a little more survivability and can punch a little harder than Grandma Tala does. But he just does what Grandma Tala does. The Queen, Croquet Mallet, Peter Pan's Dagger, which is more interesting, the fact that the 2 guys that put themselves in the Inkwell are actually canonically dead in their shows. Grandma Tala dies in Moana, and then James is the father of Tiana, and you see him in a picture. He dies in the First World War, if I remember the lore correctly. Flynn Rider, that's the first Flynn Rider we're seeing. We haven't seen the other Flynn Rider. That's the blah 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 blah. The 2 shift cost Flynn Rider that reduces the amount of lore he quests per turn for how many cards in your opponent's hand. Very good. The Beast, the Prince, another bodyguard with resist 1 on him. Daisy Duck that just basically rips the card out of your hand, opponent's hand. Launch, Chief Bogo, Rhea, and then Eudora. A card that quests on 2 lore per turn on a 1/9 body is not bad at all. Basil. Again, there are 3 different Basils in here. There's this generic vanilla Basil, there is the support Basil, and then there's the shift Basil. That actually, the shift Basil is the most interesting because he actually does something if he shifts costed, not just played, which I really hope they do more of. Grumpy, Merlin, Felicia, very much a now standard card for all your Ruby Amethyst cards just because of how good this is. Queen of Hearts, Let the Storm Rage On, another really good card for song control decks. Fairy Godmother, Zero to Hero. Also another, I think hasn't been abused yet card, but another good song card. The Most Diabolical Scheme, Lucifer, a good card for hand control decks. Dragon Gym, and then a Hollow Tiana. Last pack of the second third of the box. We got Duke Weaselton, Happy, I'm Stuck, Tigger, Donald Duck, another Binja, Pick a Fight, Hey Hey, the Rapunzel, I was talking about the Shift 3 Rapunzel that whenever you remove 1 or more damage from a character, you just get to draw a card, which facilitates almost a heal-centric deck. Noi, the Dr. Facilier that has, he's elusive and he quests for 3 a turn. And then a Hollow, the World's Greatest Criminal. Oh, folks, we only pulled 1 legendary out of the second third. We are on now the last third, so let's see what legendary we pull from the last third here. We got the support Basil, Snow White, Winnie the Pooh, Felicia, Queen of Hearts, Charge, Bashful, Queen of Hearts, Robin Hood. We actually haven't seen the Green Beast either, the one that whenever something is damaged, he just gets to just stand up, which is it's pretty crazy if you ask me. Marcy's Workshop, we got the one and only Christopher Robin. If you have 2 or more characters, you just gain 2 lore when he readies himself, so really good. And then another Prince Charming. Again, another very good card for a Musketeer strategy, just because he gets resist, He quests for 2 on a 3-cost body, and he's a bodyguard. So if he dies, Tabard will activate, giving you a draw. We got James, Idora, Croquette Mallet, Fidget, Flynn Rider, Jafar, Cheshire Cat, 4 dozen eggs, Snow White, Merlin, Namari, and then a Hollow Piglet. I will say though, it is very interesting with so many cards. I think with almost every card here having a hollow, that you could hollow out every one of the cards in your deck. So, Jasmine, Happy, Jimmy Crick, Mulan, Donald Duck, Magic Broom, Blue Fairy, Sword in the Stone, Pacha, the mini I was talking about that whenever you play 2 or more actions per that turn, you can gain +1, 2 lore on her, getting a +3 in because she has evasive as well. Means she's a little more protected from challenges. Queen of Hearts, and then a hollow Winnie the Pooh. Alright folks, so no legendary yet. No legendary yet, but we still got more packs to go. Vanilla Basil, Hold Still, Elsa, Tigger, Hypnotize, Let the Storm Rage On, Tiana, Merlin Goat, Doc, Flynn Rider. Here, of course, is the Flynn Rider I was talking about, the one where he loses lore for every card in your opponent's hand. Still a very good card nonetheless. Yzma, and then a Pain. A hollow Pain there. This Yzma, I think, is really good. I just don't know how good yet. She cycles a card back into either player's deck, and then you get to draw 2. So playing a shift guy back into your deck to draw 2 cards and save those 2 cards is not bad. I don't know what deck could really abuse her, but nonetheless, I think it has its uses for sure. We'll just have to see if those uses come future. The Nook, Rapunzel, Kuzma, Peter Pan's Dagger, Enchantress. By the way, Peter Pan Dagger is very good because all your evasive guys gain a +1 attack, period. Enchantress, a 2-cost that quests for 2, and then while being challenged, this guy goes basically a 3/1 body. Cinderella, the Judy Hopps, I swear, has the very tantalizing, sexy look on her face. People at Ravensburger knew what they were doing when they made her, 100%. Rhea, Jafar, Mecha Snake Jafar, Gruesome and Grim, Falling Down the Rabbit Hole, a very good Sapphire card. It's basically just Let It Go, but it sends one of your cards and one of your opponent's cards. It's Let It Go, 1 cheaper that sends on both sides. And then a hollow What Did You Call Me? Alright folks, well I am a little frightened the fact that we have not seen any other legendaries. We've only seen 2 in the entire box. At least thought we would at least gotten 3. Duke Weaselton, Mulan, Legend of the Sword and the Stone, Rhea, Ray, Beast, Pain, the Caterpillar, Last Stand, Honest John, again another character that if you start playing Floodborn characters activates. This also will steal lore, so it just allows you to do some lore control. Tiana, my opinion, should have been a shift Tiana. And then Improvise, Hollow Improvise. Well, after this pack, folks, we only have 1 more pack to go. I would say that I think the first chapter was a little better to us for like legendaries and stuff, but I was hoping maybe like pull at least 1 beast. Popsicle, Paint the Roses Red, Dr. Facilier, Minnie Mouse, Panic, Hercules, Binding Contract, Minnie Mouse, Lawrence, Hercules, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, and then a Hollow Sorcerer Spellbook. Alright folks, so here it is, the last pack for Lorcana, Rise of the Floodborn. Hey, we started with a Nothing to Hide, how about we end with a Nothing to Hide? Grumpy, I'm Stuck, Going the Distance, Radigan, Prince Naveen, Bucky, Yzma, Cruella de Vil, Grand, Pabby. Definitely something to consider putting into an Amber strategy of healing, because whenever well, you remove 1 or more damage from a character, gain 2 lore. So again, very strong because Sapphire has the ability to ramp so fast into cards. It's very good. We did get a 3rd legendary in the Fairy Godmother Shift, which I think is not a bad card. And then we have a Hollow Cruella de Vil. So we did get 3 legendaries here. So it was 1 legendary per 1/3 of the box. We got Fairy Godmother, we got Snow White, and we got Namaari. So Rise of the Floodborn, I don't think has a lot of high value cards in it at this moment in time. I mean, booster boxes right now, as I'm looking at TCG Player, are already down to 127. So these booster boxes aren't as wanted as the booster boxes from set 1. Like I think the only like high value card really out of this set that's a legendary is the Beast, the one that allows you to draw a card if he's undamaged or if he's damaged, gain +4 attack. I mean, everything else like the Cinderella we pulled is 10. Everything else is you start to go down to like $10. So yes, the Beast that is from Emerald is whenever an opposing character is damaged, you just get to stand him back up, is right now sitting at like $10. So I mean, yeah, it's $40 to get a playset of him, but after that, it's like, it's overall, it's not bad. So I mean, the card prices right now are in a good place for the market. So we're kind of seeing that, you know, Rise of the Floodborn doesn't have as many high expensive cards as, say, the first chapter. But again, the first chapter's 2 major legendaries from Maleficent to Rapunzel are still very, very viable cards in the format. But that is pretty much it. Let me know down in the comments your thoughts on Rise of the Floodborn. Have you picked up any product? Have you opened it up? What did you open? What did you like about it? What are you picking up? What decks have you been playing from Rise of the Floodborn? And all of that. I do hope to, of course, when I get the 3rd set comes out, I can find a place that can give me a box of it so I can crack open a box for you all so we can continue to do these box opening series and all of that. But while you're commenting, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you can notify when my videos go live for you. And we'll see you here next time on Mama Dragons TCG.